Hey guys, it's Canon Vixia Studios here, and today we are going to Dollywood. We'll be at Dollywood today for their Smoky Mountain Christmas Media Event. So we'll be there all day. Very excited to be back at Dollywood. Haven't been there since 2019, so it's been a couple years. Very excited to experience what has been considered the best theme park Christmas event in the entire country, and I'm just so excited to see how good it winds up being, so I'm sure it's going to be excellent. Over here we have Rocky Top Mountain Coaster, which we actually experienced last time we were in Pigeon Forge. That's another really, really good mountain coaster. Over in the distance area, you can see some construction going on the Big Bear Mountain Coaster, opening next year at Dollywood. I don't recall if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but a huge thanks to Dollywood for inviting us out to this event. I'm very excited, so excited to be back here. Dollywood is easily one of the best theme parks in the country, so. All right, we have now made it inside of Dollywood. Of course, first thing we're probably gonna head to is Lightning Rod, because why wouldn't we? Such an incredible ride, but yeah, I'm very excited to be here. You can already see so many Christmas decorations everywhere. For what I've seen, this park just lights up like no other park, and I'm just so excited. This is insane. Saw Lightning Rod completing some tests, which means it's probably a pretty good idea to get over there. Time for Lightning Rod. Now we came back around for a ride in the back row. All right, so we just did 2 rides on Lightning Rod, one in row 2. That was our first ride. It was actually the first ride of the day for that train. And then we also just got off of a back row ride. And for those of you who have seen like the footage and whatnot from when we visited Dollywood in 2019, Lightning Rod was running a lot differently than it does now. There was a major overhaul done to Lightning Rod, where now there's a good portion of the track that is full-on iBox RMC track. So that section of the ride is incredibly smooth. It definitely was a little rough prior to this retracking, but they also slowed down the lift hill a little bit. And yes, the ride is still incredible, but it does not have that same jumping over the lift hill aspect that it used to have, but it's still a really good ride. Dad, what do you think of Lightning Rod?
So I thought Lightning Rod was good, like it was last time. Just like you said, it slowed down over the lift a little bit. However, once you get into that section of new track, it is just incredible.
Yes.
And I'm sure when we ride it later in the day, when everything warms up, it's probably just going to be insane. Probably better than what it was last time, for sure. Selfie in front of it?
The world famous cinnamon bread at Dollywood. For those of you who don't know, cinnamon bread is easily one of the best theme park foods ever invented. I believe it originated here. It's also at Silver Dollar City, and I believe a few other parks have started doing it now. But honestly, I don't think any of the parks do it as well as Silver Dollar City and Dollywood. Dad, what do you have here?
I have world famous cinnamon bread. We're going to eat it just for our friend Ace.
We're gonna go for a ride on Blazing Fury. Just got off of Blazing Fury, and it's actually really cool because they have certain parts of the ride decorated for Christmas. Of course, it is holiday time, so yeah. And this is actually, I guess, our first look at some of the Christmas lights here at Dollywood. Very excited for the nighttime when we can see them in their true glory.
closing at your gates. Please stay on the yellow line.
We just did a ride on Tennessee Tornado in the second to back row, also known as the magic seat for these aero loopers. This is probably the best aero looper out there. It's very smooth, very intense, got great elements, it's got a great drop, it's a great ride. How's Tennessee Tornado?
Oh, I love this ride. This is really good. I'm a big Arrow Looper fan, as a few people may know. And as long as you're in that magic seat, number 13, you're golden.
The train really makes a big presence in the sky when it goes by. Lots of smoke. Next up is Wild Eagle. So we just got off of Wild Eagle in the back right seat, and shout out to the ride up who gave us a really good tip, gave us a little bit of room and told us that on the drop we should jump up a little bit and you get great airtime. And Dad?
Wow, you just like completely float all the way down, and then you do the same thing by that little airtime hill towards the middle, I guess middle towards the end.
Yeah.
A little rabbit hill they called it. And that was a great tip, because honestly I wouldn't have expected it from the ride up.
No. And the ride itself, really, honestly, I don't think this ride gets talked about enough. Probably one of the best wing coasters. It is really, really forceful. I mean, I grayed out multiple times throughout the ride. It takes its elements very quickly with a lot of speed. And yeah, Wild Eagle is definitely not a ride to be slept on here at Dollywood. Next up is Fire Chaser Express. This is a back row ride on Fire Chaser Express, and honestly, that's a lot better than I remember. Actually got quite a bit of airtime throughout the ride, and the whole backwards section of it. It's a really fun ride, definitely a good family coaster. Dad, how was Fire Chaser?
Oh, it's a good ride. It's a lot of fun. It's really unexpected because there's really nothing else like it.
Right.
And the theme to it is really cool, that you're going out on a fire truck, right? You get launched out. I don't want to spoil it, but it's good. You got to ride it.
Definitely. Now I believe we're heading over to your favorite ride, Mystery Mine.
Yeah.
Here's Dollywood's huge Christmas tree. It seems like every park that has a winter or Christmas event, they always have a big tree, and this one is pretty big. Over here next to, in between Mystery Mine and Fire Chaser. But yeah, this looks great. Can't wait to see it at night. So recently there were some modifications made to Mystery Mine. You can see right there, there is track missing, and there is some new track right here. That's because before that turn, there used to be a beyond vertical drop into that overbank, which would then swing around to this turn. But they have now changed it so it just drops down here and goes into that turn, probably to make it smoother. So I guess we'll see how that part of the ride is. But it is a very well-themed coaster. So we just got off Mystery Mine. We were actually in the front row, which was nice. And it's definitely better than it used to be. This still is the best section of the ride right here. That lift hill up, followed by the drop, and of course this double inversion is really good. First half of the ride still is odd. I really like the indoor part before you go up the lift. I'm very glad they got rid of that drop mid-ride, because it definitely made it a lot more enjoyable. So overall, I definitely have a higher opinion of it now than I did. Dad?
It's definitely better than it was before. Before, I couldn't re-ride it, but I would be up for re-ride on this for sure. I think what they did with that new track section, eliminating that drop, definitely helped a lot. And the theming is just super cool on. I mean, you come here, you have to go on. There's no question.
Definitely.
You got to check it out.
Next up is Thunderhead, one of the best wooden coasters out there. We just did a back row ride on Thunderhead. Man, this ride is so good. It really just does not get talked about enough. Dad, what do you think of Thunderhead?
Oh, Thunderhead's great. It's just, like I said, it doesn't get talked about enough. It's, you know, it's like almost your perfect wooden coaster you would expect, like classic style to a certain degree, right?
Right.
I mean, but I can't even explain it. It's just good.
There's a lot of airtime. You get tossed around everywhere. It's very fast-paced, very aggressive, and it's really not that rough. It's relatively smooth, all things considered. So this is a really good ride. Definitely one of Dollywood's highlights. Here's another thing here for Smoky Mountain Christmas. Just like everything in this park, I cannot wait to see this at night because I know their lights here are absolutely incredible. Into Wildwood Grove we go. Wildwood Grove is the newest area here at Dollywood, and next season in 2023 they will be building Big Bear Mountain. Brand new roller coaster. I believe it's the longest coaster at Dollywood, and we already see track going up for that ride, so we'll definitely be sure to grab you guys some construction updates on that. I can actually see some dirt being moved over to the site for Big Bear Mountain on this end of Wildwood Grove right now. Nice big mound of dirt right there. Looks like they have the bear out here in Wildwood Grove for photo opportunities. Now we're going for a front row ride on Dragonflyer. We just got off of Dragonflyer. That is such a smooth ride. It's a nice family coaster. It's definitely good for kids, but it still has its little bit of intense moments. Out of Wildwood Grove we go. I believe next we're gonna head over to the train so we can get some more cool shots of Big Bear Mountain's construction. Earlier I did post a full Big Bear Mountain construction update. Obviously as I'm filming this I didn't, but by the time this video is out there will be a construction update out, so definitely go check that out after you finish watching this vlog. We completed a loop around the park, and before we go on the train, we're going to stop and give Lightning Rod another ride. We just got off of lightning rod in the back row, and man, it warmed up. It was running really good. Still a little rough, but the airtime really hits throughout the whole ride, especially as you get closer to the quad down. And the quad down, that whole finale is just unbelievable. Dad?
Oh yeah, definitely warmed up. Definitely picked up a lot of speed. Really good ride.
We're gonna do the train, but it takes a while to load, and we just don't really feel like waiting that long, so we're gonna go do something else. We just did their Scream and Swing Barnstormer, which was a lot of fun. These are seriously one of my favorite flat rides. When you see this kind of ride at a park, I always got to go riding because they're really just a lot of fun.
Totally original. He made the potato the main course, and everything else was just, well, gravy. Now it's time for...
As you guys in the vlog just saw, we just walked the entirety of Dollywood. It was a good 29, 30, 34, it was a long walk, but hopefully that video came out cool. We literally went to every area with lights in the whole park, so yeah, hopefully it came out good.
Great. Had a great pace, like
Someone else got a selfie stick. Now we're back over here at Lightning Rod for a night ride, something we've never been able to experience on this ride before. I'm very excited because it goes deep in the woods and it's pitch black out. So we'll see you guys on there. So we just did 5 rides in a row on Lightning Rod at night, all in the back car, whether it was row 12, row 11. Row 11 is the magic seat of this ride. You glide right over the roughness and you barely feel any of it, and you just get ejected out of your seat. Dad, you're the one he was about to keep going and going and going, but we're gonna go check out Thunderhead and come back.
I go back on now, but a whole horde of people went up there.
Yeah.
Absolutely one of the best night rides I had. I just can't even believe how good that particular seat is.
Yes.
And then you can see all the Christmas
Yeah,
lights.
when you're coming down the quad
there.
down, you get literally probably the greatest view in the whole park of the Christmas lights. It's unbelievable. And I really want to applaud Dollywood. I don't know if this is maybe park policy or the operators just do this, but they do not, staple you. You are able to have as much room as you're comfortable with, which I really, really do appreciate, being an airtime junkie myself, and I'm sure you do too.
Oh God,
it's really, really refreshing and nice to see that an RMC like this,
all the rides
here, they don't staple you. And especially in an RMC like this, they let you pull down your own lap bar. They don't push down your lap bar. You control it, which personally, I'm a huge fan of. We just did 2 back road night rides on Thunderhead. Dad, how was that?
Oh wow, what a great ride. Such an unbelievable night ride. You barely can see anything, and it just tears through the layout. Just great.
Yeah, you absolutely just fly through here. Airtime galore, thrown around, great length, great amount of smoothness. It's just overall one of the best wooden coasters, I think, out there, truly. I mean, it's got a lot of competition, but this ride is really good. Now we're headed back to Lightning Rod for some more night rides. now going back around on lightning rod for round number 13 of the day. So we just got off of the last ride of the night on lightning rod in the front row, our 16th ride today on lightning rod. Dad, how was that?
It was just great. I couldn't believe how good this ride actually is at night. It's great during the day, but at night it's just a whole new dimension. It's absolutely fantastic.
It really is, and everything I said earlier about the ride still applies. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm just amazed we got 16 rides on it today. That just blows my mind. But Dollywood today was absolutely incredible. Again, a huge thank you to Dollywood for inviting us out today. It really was a spectacular experience, and I can't wait to come back. But yeah, definitely check out Smoky Mountain Christmas. In my opinion, it's quite possibly the best theme park Christmas event. The lights are everywhere, and like I said, you get a great view of those lights on Lightning Rod's quad down, the final element on Lightning Rod, and other rides, I'm sure. But yeah, Smoky Mountain Christmas here at Dollywood is incredible. Lightning Rod is incredible. Dollywood is an amazing park. We have Santa waving everybody goodbye at the top of the Dollywood Emporium. That's going to do it for today's vlog from Dollywood Smoky Mountain Christmas. If you guys enjoyed today's vlog, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.